Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Tracy.
Hi, Tracy. I'm Michelle, co-founder of Black
Hey,
Blossom.
Michelle. We are the co founders of the Black Blossom Wellness Retreat. And today we are excited. We are having previous guests who joined us for our first annual retreat earlier this year in Salchi, Mexico, Oaxaca, state of Oaxaca.
Yes.
And they're going to come on and share their experiences. But before we begin, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Send this video to other women who are looking to get away, retreat style, for Black women just to rest. We have our upcoming retreat happening next March, the 16th through the 22nd, and spaces are available right now. But you don't have to take our word for it. You can actually hear from our previous guests. So before I bring them on, anything you want to say, Michelle?
No, just that we had such an amazing time, more so the sisterhood aspect, great food, lots of relaxation, beautiful views of the ocean, nice weather. Even though it was hot, we really had like these cool breezes underneath the palapa. It was just really lovely and kind of a bit, just in a space where you feel like it's just us, right? And we really enjoyed that aspect and just getting to know each other through the activities that we had planned. So, yeah, we're excited to talk about that and do it again.
And do it again. So we are today joining us is going to be Kayla, Jewel, and Sankitha, all who joined us last year and offer their experiences and different perspectives on the experience. So without further ado,
Bringing them on. Hi. Hey.
hello.
Hi,
Hello, hello.
Leia. So
Oh,
pretty. Everyone looks great.
I did good.
Thank you. What do you
thank
got?
It's
Well,
the Libra in me. I pick out beautiful aesthetics.
that's right.
Lord.
Thank you guys for joining us and for this time and sharing your experiences. I have one question though. What stood out for you guys the most? Like, what was your takeaway? It could be location,
Um,
it could be food, it could be whatever you want.
I'll go. And everything was very memorable. I took away like every piece of everything. So that's what I appreciated about the trip. It wasn't like one specific thing stood out. We did like a networking lunch, which we could go into details later, but that stood out. However, it was something about every part of it that really stuck with me. Even to this day, I'm like, I wish I had the food or the chef or oh my god the coffee or the views or the sound. So it's everything was just definitely a breath of fresh air, much needed.
I'll agree with Kayla, but I'll also say so having been or being an event planner myself, the attention to detail
Yeah.
stood out for me because that's important to me. And it was like, there were little touches that just made it really nice. So plus what Kayla said, but also from a planning, attention to detail, and you all had an assistant. I can't think of her name right now, but she was
Brianna.
Brianna. Yes,
Hmm.
she was on it. And so that stuff stands out for me. But before I even get there, to feel like everything has been thought of, communication has been handled very well, in organization.
Hmm.
We love
I'll jump
Brianna.
in and say it was like the community as well as the fact that we had a great. The food alone was really good too. The food I still dream about the food a lot too. Okay, and then the types of different desserts as well, and then just the fact of this easy camaraderie that just immediately came up with the different women, even from all over, that we all just connected so well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear us? The audio was a little bit like double. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think for me, because I had been there before, being able to bring a group of us to share in that experience, for me, it's always the food
Yeah.
and just the feeling that I have when I'm there. I feel very like relaxed. Being able to kind of step away from the hustle and bustle of the work that I do here in San Miguel, just the constant busy, but being able to be somewhere where it's sort of like nature, the ocean, the group, it forces you to just kind of chill out a lot more. So I really enjoyed disconnecting a bit.
Yeah,
Your
I
mute is
agree
off.
with that.
Your mute sign is.
Sorry, Foxy was barking. Where did everyone come from? Because everyone came from different locations. And so if you guys could just share a little bit of background about you, what you do, and where you guys came from in the world, like to get to Oaxaca.
Um,
Not your birth origin.
I came in from New York, actually, and then I flew straight in from there. It's a direct flight into Guadalajara and then took a bunch.
nice. I was already in Mexico, so I was in San Miguel, and then flew into Mexico City, and then from Mexico City we went to Oaxaca, I believe. Did we?
Tuco.
I think so.
Well, it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
so yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so you asked us to say what we do, didn't you ask that, Tracy?
You can
Okay,
share that as well. Yeah.
so I am a tiny house dweller advocate consultant, all of the things. And I came in from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Mhm. So we are joining, we're repeating the experience again, and Michelle and I are excited to offer it again. What would you tell somebody who has not experienced it, what they have to look forward to?
Um, for me, it was it was an unexpected trip, but the ending of the previous year and the beginning of this year was really rough, and it was one of those things that I didn't know I needed until I got there. So sometimes women can get just caught up in their own world or their own things that they might say no to something just because of whatever, or talk themselves out of it. This is one of those trips where I would say don't. Like literally just go experience the people that you meet, from the food, the views, the attention to detail. This is one of those where it's just like, just go. Just do it. You don't know until you know, and you'll never forget it.
Absolutely.
I would agree, Kayla. I agree with you again. Um, I would also say so. Unfortunately, I had some stuff going on as well around that time, and I didn't get to take advantage of the entire experience. Like my travel, my schedule just wouldn't allow me. But I often come from the perspective of I'm also um, an introvert, so I second
Mhm.
guess sometimes spaces where I might not know a bunch of people. Um, and I also sometimes spaces can be, and for an introvert, spaces can be overwhelming. Like you get that just
Mm,
social overload, and none of that happened. It was a
no.
great time. Um, a lot of camaraderie, a lot of good conversation. That kind of like what Kayla said, good conversation and connection that you didn't even really know that you needed prior to.
I agree with that. I feel too, I mean, I'm a co-founder, but I felt that all the times that I've been there, it was just like I'm on vacation. And this time, because it was us, we did a full buyout of the property itself. It was just kind of like a space where we can all just be in community with each other. I think each of us found like, our little circles within the circle of people that we were able to talk to or hang out with. The age range was beautiful as well, having kind of a nice mix. I felt that the conversations that we got to engage in throughout the trip really shows you how much sisterhood exists in us as people and individuals, and just the things we were able to connect with on different levels. For myself, being able to be there in that setting was really special.
Yeah, even with the age range, everybody had something in common or were able to pick up a conversation or talk about something. Like it wasn't an awkward moment. Nobody felt kind of like out of place. And I love how the retreat itself, the schedule, things were optional. If you wanted to join it, you could. If you wanted to be there, you could. And it allowed people to just kind of relax and be at ease and go about their day. But there were things offered at different points of the day. So I like that as well.
Yeah, I like that too. And I like that, there were some who wanted to hike in the morning, and then there were some who wanted to horseback ride or just hang on the beach or, just hang
Yeah.
out and talk or whatever. So it's really nice because there's not a lot of pressure for you to perform and be available and active and, kind of whatever. We had yoga every morning. So I did that sometimes, not every day. So I think that was really, really cool about it too.
Yeah, and I remember I didn't get to go. I really wanted to. There was like a trip downtown, I think, into the city of
Oh,
Oaxaca.
they
Yeah.
all went and we stayed back.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be another trip. We're switching duties. Michelle's going to stay back and I'm going to go next time.
Okay.
Because it's hot.
I have a question. Everybody mentions the food. So let's talk about the food because I remember Sankeetha was like, how am I going to go back home and just eat regular? Like, who's going to cook for me?
I was trying to hire these women to come back with me to New York and just be like, can you please be my abuela and just like live in my kitchen, just like cook food for me because it was so good. It was one of the better highlights. And I have a lot of food allergies, and for whatever reason, I didn't have issues, and they were really great about working with it too. So it was really catered well for that too. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and it was fun to watch them cook. Like they had herbs and stuff outside the kitchen, so you'll see them like run and cut some stuff and then run back. And so it was definitely. And I ate so much stuff. Not so much a picky eater anymore, but I was when I ate so much stuff I would never have eaten ever.
She ate
And I'm like,
mole for the first time and cleaned her plate.
What was
It's
it
like
that she ate?
chicken mole, chicken
Oh,
mole.
oh, okay.
And I was like, it's either you love it or you don't with mole. That's a hard sell. And Kayla, who is one of the most pickiest eaters I've known her entire life, she cleared her. Me and Mahogany are my other daughter. She was like, she ate mole and loved it. I was like, yes, Mo.
I don't even remember the mole. Was it with chicken?
Mhm.
I
Okay.
think it was the first night.
Mm-mm.
I don't remember.
No, it
No?
wasn't the first
Oh,
night.
okay.
I'm trying to think. I had to leave early, but it
You
was
had the
something that
tacos.
was something that was going to be for dinner the next night or the next day that I had to leave, and I was trying to figure out how I could get the dinner to go with it. I can't remember what it was. I just remember thinking, I really want that food.
Yes. And they make their quesadillas with Oaxaca cheese. Oh my goodness. And there's Oaxaca cheese in San Miguel too, but it's that quesadilla, it's that one. Like them, they gotta make it. It's so good.
Yeah, no, the food is always so good, so fresh,
Yeah.
vegetable medleys, and their salads, like everything on the menu, I think is really, really good. Even if you're not a lover of something, like I'm not a lover of mole, I would eat it there because everything was just so delicious. Even on our first night, we had all of the ladies. I think Joel, you weren't there yet, but the meal options they had were really amazing because each night they kind of prepare a set menu of maybe three choices that you can pick from. And everything was so tempting. It's like, oh, what am I in the mood for? And then that's all we did. Like I felt like we enjoyed ourselves, but we ate practically all day. Just like at the table waiting to get hungry again so we can order the next thing. But it was really, really amazing. All the foods are super, super delicious. Yeah.
One of my takeaways from the week that we were there was how blue the Pacific Ocean is. Being a West Coast girl, being from the West Coast, and seeing the Pacific Ocean my entire life, and how dirty it is in the Bay, and even in like in Puerto Vallarta, it's not clean. So when you get down further along the coast, and to see how blue it was and clean, it was like I've never seen the Pacific Ocean look the way that it did. So, like hearing the waves crash against the rocks and seeing all of that, and you're steps away, you're literally steps away from that. So, you're doing yoga in the morning, but you also can hear the waves at the same time because you're right there on the beach. So, for people who need a nervous system reset,
Yeah.
that location it would be just key for that.
Yeah, I felt like the
What's
days.
nice about right.
Wait, go ahead.
I was gonna say like I that nervous system reset was really great for me because I got to have like the empty space. You know how Michelle said all we did was eat? It was like it was eating, then there was empty space to decide what you want to do, then eating again, then like empty space to do what you want to do, and then eating again. And that was, I was okay with all of that. I was fine with just having just eating, okay? And it was just like, it was such a good contrast to everyday life back at home. It was a good retreat for that reason.
Yeah, I felt like you can really disconnect. I mean, we still have Wi-Fi and things like that. You know, a few people had like their Zoom meetings and things to do. But in the end, I feel like it's just like the nature around you just kind of helps you stop and slow down. And that is like the point of why we wanted to put this together. It's, yes, we have activities, we have our yoga in the mornings, we have our networking lunch. We had a taboo talks, which was a lot of fun. We had photo moments where we had a photographer come, all white. We had dancing. It was a lot of things that we still did, but because we were there right by the ocean, it was really just beautiful to be able to just relax. Get in a hammock and just swing till you fell asleep and things like that. Jump in the pool if you wanted to, hang on the chairs, lounge chairs by the ocean. So it was just a nice mix of
And there
activities.
was a dog. She was so cute, and I loved her.
Yeah, Frida's adorable.
She So we talked about like the food, but the ambiance and what I noticed too was sometimes the ladies would go and Joe, I remember one morning I woke up and came down. You were sitting already at the ocean in one of the chairs, I think it was. Could you just talk a little bit more about that experience for you?
I think that was the day before I was leaving, and I
Mhm.
wanted to go sit at the ocean. That's my nervous system reset. I need to see, be at the ocean, and so I just like you said, it's steps away. So I took the opportunity to. I think I was down to see the sunrise because I always like to do that. So I um took advantage of that, and it was everything.
Mm, yeah, definitely right.
Wow. Well, anything else that you guys want to leave the ladies with that are watching this and people who are considering coming to Oaxaca or joining us again? It is next March, the 16th through the 22nd. The space is absolutely limited because Michelle and I really care about quality versus quantity. We are not looking for the masses. It's really about, like Joel said, the attention to detail. Is there any like lasting impressions that you or remarks that you guys want to share?
I think I would say what.
Uh,
Oh, sorry, Kayla. Sorry. I think I would say what Kayla was saying earlier. Like, don't second guess it. It is absolutely a beautiful opportunity, an enjoyable opportunity, um, something that you will cherish, the connections that you make. will be connections that you'll be able to carry with you. And there's there to me there were no negatives to say why you wouldn't attend. Everything leads toward yes, go.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I'm gonna co-sign that. I mean, it was a last minute decision for me too, and it was very quick, and it was easy for me to say yes. And I literally booked a flight within like 24 hours and got ordered things on Amazon to make sure it arrived in time, and then just packed a bag and left, and that was it. And it was one of those events that when I got home, the effects of going there kind of reset my nervous system for the rest of the month. I'll say that. Like I felt so much more calmer and so much more at ease because I went on this trip, and it was just, it was a good place to be in.
Yeah. I think it was amazing for women of all ages, but I was one of two of the youngest women there, I think. And I just want to say, if you have a niece, a daughter, somebody that you know that is younger than you, bring them if it is possible, because growing up, like partying or vacations or experiences, they don't always have to be loud. It doesn't always have to be we're in a club or the bottles, or we're just loud, or we're working and life is already just a hustle, and we're raised to kind of disconnect from spirit. So I really believe, like, if you are able to gift another woman, younger woman, just a chance for this trip to reconnect and kind of allow her to silence everything around her and regulate her nervous system, it's definitely impactful. Because again, don't wait. Don't wait, and don't second guess yourself from this trip. And I believe it's definitely worth it for all ages. So I will say that.
I know, like having experienced it as mother and daughter, we always can hang out and have a good time. We've
Yeah.
always been like that. But it was both of our first time in Oaxaca experiencing this together, and seeing you have experiences. Like I told you during the trip, like I've never seen you smile so much.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. I definitely one of those moments where I haven't smiled as much since or before. So it's definitely worth it's definitely worth it.
You got to work on that.
Yeah, yes, I do.
I've worked on it. I want to add also to just like our lineup, as I said before, it's an area that I've been to, the place I've been to many of times, and again, me being able to be a part of like bringing group, co-founding this with Tracy and having women come and experience this, we added massage that is really special. It's more than a massage, it's like a whole experience that I actually got to experience this past August because I went back to that area again. And I connected with a woman who is an indigenous lady. And she did kind of like an energy massage, and it was really incredible. So that is something that we are adding as an option for people who would like to experience this as well. It was just, her techniques was really beyond anything I had ever experienced. The breath work, just like it was all about cleansing your energy and your space around you. I absolutely loved it. And I have experienced a lot of different massages in my life, from hot stone to, Reiki to regular, you name it. But this was definitely something that was quite different. I wish that we had connected with her before. So we were definitely adding this to the list of things as well for us to do. And we also, I believe, added, we also added an extra day, but we also have added some additional activities as well. So you can find all of those at the website. Yeah.
And what we're going to do that we thought about last year, because one of our guests was so funny. Like she always had us in stitches, that we're going to, honey, I hope you guys don't hear that. She's upstairs doing God knows what. She sounds like she's going to come through the roof. Anyway, I hope not, because I'm not trying to spend time in the ER. Um, sidebar back to what I was saying. But we're gonna do awards. We're gonna do awards for like the funniest or the most creative or
Mhm.
the whatever we choose in the moment. But it was because of Devin that it spawned that. It was like, oh, no, we need to bring awards for people who are just most unique and bring such bring them their full selves to the experience. Because the way Devin looks, she looks so conservative and reserved. But when she opened her mouth, it was like, did that just come from her?
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
very like dry, certain
Yeah.
Very dry.
funny, very
Yeah.
Extremely funny. Like extremely like just quick wit. I
yeah.
guess, in her line of work. I don't know, but it was such a pleasant, surprise to have that experience with her and accompany her that way. Yeah. We hear you typing, Kayla.
We can,
Huh?
we can hear
Oh,
you.
I'm sorry.
All right, you guys, we don't want to keep you.
Yes,
Thank you guys so much for joining us so much
Oh,
and
thank
taking
you
time out of
so
your busy
much.
day.
Definitely looking forward to it. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
you.
Good to see everybody.
Yeah,
Thanks, Joel. Thanks,
thank
Nikita.
you.
Thanks, Kayla.
Um, Let me remove them from the stage. Okay, so
There it is.
thank you. Thank Kayla, Jewel, and Sankitha again for joining us, not only today, but joining in our first retreat. Yeah.
Absolutely. It was really amazing. Good to see them again because I haven't seen Sankitha
Me neither.
since. And Jill, I see her, of course, online. I get to see Kayla, but yeah, it was really fun, lovely to share that with so many women. It was, I don't remember how many we were, but definitely
It
over
was
10 of us.
14. In total, I think it was 14 of us.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
when it was all said and done. I think.
absolutely. Yeah, so looking forward to doing it again. The link is in the description, right?
Yeah. Oh, it will be.
It will be in the
It
description.
is. It is.
It is in the description. Find it there. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us. All the details are there. And this is around the corner. I think it still allows you to do a payment plan option, deposit and a payment plan option. And this is taking place the 16th through the 22nd of March, 2026. I can't believe that's right around the corner. So
Okay, and
crazy.
it's going to go by so quick, even though I'm not asking time to speed up, but it's definitely going to go by so quick. So secure your space. I also think the point that Kayla made about if you can experience it with somebody,
Yeah.
to experience it somebody with you would be like it's a life-changing experience.
Yes, absolutely. Bring a friend, bring a family member, your mom, auntie, daughter, a niece, yourself.
Eat good, rest well, be
Yes,
in the remote part of Mexico and look at Mexico or see Mexico in a different or in a broader way.
absolutely.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right. Well, thank you guys.
you all. We appreciate you. Ciao.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.